If you're over 60 and still taking calcium pills every day thinking they're protecting your legs and bones, you might want to stop right now. Because scientists just discovered something shocking that completely changes what we thought we knew about weak legs, bone strength, and balance after 60. A massive 7-year study from the University of Cambridge followed over 3,000 adults aged 60 and older and found that calcium pills did almost nothing to improve leg strength or prevent fractures. Even worse, people who relied on calcium supplements without getting other key nutrients had 25% higher risk of leg cramps, muscle stiffness, and joint pain. So what's really going on? It turns out that strong legs don't just depend on calcium. They depend on how well your body uses calcium, and that process needs a nutrient that almost every senior is missing. Researchers call it the calcium activator, and it's found not in supplements, but in a simple everyday food that costs less than $2. This food doesn't just protect your bones, it actually helps your leg muscles contract, relax, and rebuild naturally. Before we start, tell us in the comments, how old are you and what's your biggest leg problem right now? Weakness, cramps, or balance? We're reading and replying to every comment, so don't be shy. Now, let's dive into the science and reveal the #1 food that restores leg strength naturally after 60. For decades, doctors told us that weak legs and brittle bones after 60 come from one simple cause: not getting enough calcium. So millions of people started taking calcium tablets every morning, believing they were strengthening their bones and legs. But here's the truth scientists discovered recently: calcium on its own doesn't build strong bones or muscles. In fact, if your body can't properly direct where that calcium goes, it can do more harm than good. Think of calcium like raw building material. If you don't have the construction manager to tell it where to go, it might end up in the wrong places: your arteries, your joints, or soft tissues, instead of your bones and muscles. That's why so many seniors who take calcium pills for years still struggle with leg weakness, stiffness, and cramps. Because without this construction manager, your body can't absorb or activate the calcium you swallow. The missing nutrient? It's called vitamin K2, and it's almost completely absent from modern diets. Studies from the University of Maastricht in the Netherlands showed that adults over 60 with high K2 intake had 57% stronger leg function and significantly lower risk of falls compared to those taking calcium supplements alone. Vitamin K2 acts like a traffic controller for calcium. It pulls calcium out of your blood vessels and drives it into your bones and muscles, where it actually belongs. Without it, calcium floats around aimlessly, stiffening your joints instead of strengthening them. And here's the shocking part. Most people over 60 have K2 levels so low that only 10–15% of the calcium they take ever reaches their bones. The rest gets wasted or worse, stored in the wrong places. So if you've been taking calcium pills but your legs still feel weak or heavy, this is why. The real solution isn't more calcium, it's activating the calcium you already have, and that's exactly what this forgotten food does naturally. So what is this forgotten food that can turn ordinary calcium into real strength for your legs? It's the humble egg yolk. Yes, the part most people have been throwing away for decades. Egg yolks are one of the richest natural sources of vitamin K2 on the planet. Just 2 eggs can give you more K2 than most people get in an entire week. And remember, K2 is the switch that turns calcium into bone and muscle fuel. Without it, calcium is like fuel sitting in your tank, but never reaching the engine. A groundbreaking 2022 study from Osaka University in Japan followed 1,100 adults over 60. Those who ate 1 to 2 whole eggs per day showed 42% stronger leg strength and 30% better balance compared to those who avoided egg yolks. Why? Because egg yolks don't just contain K2, they also provide vitamin D, choline, and high-quality protein, all of which work together to rebuild weak leg muscles. Vitamin D helps your body absorb calcium more effectively. Choline improves nerve communication between your brain and leg muscles. Protein and leucine trigger muscle repair and prevent further loss. Together, they form a complete muscle activation package, everything your legs need to regain strength, stability, and endurance. But there's something most people get wrong. You must eat the yolk. When you throw it away, you're discarding the most valuable part, the natural activator of calcium. So, next time you make breakfast, don't reach for egg whites. Instead, go for 2 whole pasture-raised eggs, lightly cooked or soft-boiled, to preserve their nutrients. Combine them with a few slices of avocado or a drizzle of olive oil. The healthy fats help your body absorb vitamin K2 up to 3 times better. Eat this simple breakfast 3 to 4 times a week, and you'll notice your legs feeling lighter, stronger, and more stable, often within just a few weeks. Here's what happens inside your body when you start eating this food regularly. Within the first few days, the vitamin K2 from egg yolks begins activating special proteins in your bloodstream. These proteins grab onto calcium and escort it straight into your bones and muscles. Think of it like this. Your bones are the frame of your body, and your leg muscles are the engine. Calcium strengthens the frame, but it's K2 that makes sure the fuel reaches that engine. Once calcium starts going where it's supposed to, your muscle fibers contract more efficiently, and your nerves fire faster, improving your balance and coordination. You'll begin to feel steadier when you walk, and that shaky feeling in your legs will slowly fade. A 2021 study published in the Journal of Geriatric Rehabilitation showed that seniors who increased their K2 intake for just 8 weeks improved leg muscle performance by 39%, even without changing their exercise habits. But it doesn't stop there. K2 also reduces calcium buildup in your arteries and joints, which means better blood flow to your legs and less stiffness over time. That's why many people who start eating K2-rich foods say their legs feel not just stronger, but also younger. You might notice your calf cramps easing, your knees bending more easily, and your steps feeling lighter, especially in the morning. That's your body rediscovering how it's supposed to move free, stable, and strong. The best part? Unlike supplements, this happens naturally. You're not forcing your body, you're simply giving it the missing key it's been asking for all along. Now that you know what really activates calcium, let's talk about how to eat to make your legs stronger every single week after 60. Start simple with 2 whole eggs for breakfast at least 4 times per week. Soft boil or poach them so the yolk stays runny. That's when K2 and choline remain the most active. Pair them with a handful of dark green vegetables like spinach, kale, or broccoli. These add magnesium and potassium, 2 minerals that help your muscles contract smoothly and prevent cramps. Add healthy fats such as olive oil, avocado, or a few walnuts. These fats help absorb K2, vitamin D, and all the fat-soluble nutrients that make calcium work effectively in your body. And here's a powerful tip most people miss. Have your eggs with a small source of fermented food like a spoonful of natto, sauerkraut, or yogurt. Fermented foods contain bacteria that actually produce more K2 inside your gut, multiplying the benefits. If you're lactose intolerant or prefer dairy-free options, you can also get K2 from hard cheeses like Gouda or Brie. Just a small cube a day is enough to keep your calcium activated. Avoid pairing your eggs with coffee right away. Caffeine can temporarily block calcium absorption. Instead, wait 30 minutes before your morning coffee. Do this consistently, and you'll be feeding your body the perfect combination of protein, healthy fats, and active calcium nutrients every single morning. After a few weeks, most people notice the difference. They can stand up from a chair more easily, walk longer without fatigue, and feel more control in every step. Because this isn't just about eating better, it's about retraining your body to use what it already has. When you give your body the right signal, it responds no matter your age. Within just a few weeks of adding this simple food to your routine, you may notice your legs feel lighter, your steps more stable, and that morning stiffness you used to dread has quietly faded away. You might find it easier to climb stairs, walk longer distances, or simply stand up without holding onto anything. That's not a miracle. That's your body finally using calcium the right way, rebuilding from the inside out. Every bite you take of this natural calcium activator helps your muscles contract, relax, and repair, giving you back the confidence to move freely again. And here's the truth. Your body never stopped trying to heal. It just needed the missing link, and now you found it. So, tomorrow morning, before you reach for another supplement bottle, reach for real food instead. 2 whole eggs, a drizzle of olive oil, a handful of greens. That's all it takes to start turning weakness into strength. With time, patience, and consistency, your legs will remember what they were made to do, carry you with power and balance every single day. If this video helped you, Tap the like button so more seniors can discover it, and subscribe. We share new science-backed tips every day to help you stay strong, mobile, and independent after 60. Now, tell us in the comments what's the biggest improvement you've noticed since focusing on real food instead of supplements. We'd love to hear your story.